within the bounds of the previous bar. And then we see blue here where it trades outside the bounds of the previous bar. We call that an outside bar. But you can change the colour scheme to be anything you like. And one of the things that we haven't talked about yet is the properties within Market Analyst. What we can do is we can go to anything in Market Analyst and right click it. If there's something that you see in Market Analyst and you think, I want to change that, right click on it and see what comes up. So if we go to these bars and we right click, you'll see that we have our right click menu pop up. Now this is a different style of menu. You can see these 5 icons around the screen. And we'll just quickly go through them. The first one here is delete. If you wanted to delete an item, a tool, an indicator, you can come in here and you can delete an individual item. Then we have our mouse points, which don't really mean anything at this point. I'll explain those later. Then we have our actions. Now actions are things that you can do with that tool. Some tools allow you to copy and paste. Some tools allow you to export the data out to a CSV file or something like that. In the case of data like this, we can export the data, we can copy the data to a clipboard, or we can clear this data file and say to Market Analyst, go back to the server and download a fresh copy of this data. Finally, over here, we have our chart properties. Now, the chart properties allow us to see all the properties of what we right-clicked on. And you can see here that in this case, we have a colour scheme called swing relations. If we drop this down, we can choose single colour, and immediately you see all the bars on my chart change to a single colour. Or we can go to bar strength, which means that the colour scheme depends on the relationship between the open and the close. If the close is higher than the open, it's a blue bar. If the close is a long way away from the open, it's a dark blue bar. And similarly, red bars for when the close is below the open. So it's a wonderful way of being able to look at our charts and see exactly, just by scanning the colours, read that information on what the sentiment of the day is for that stock. Other things we can do is change transparency, and we'll talk about transparency more as we go with different tools in Market Analyst. Now, one of the things you'll see, if we look at the top of Market Analyst and we look at the tab list here,